Hello and welcome to December 2025 real estate market update. I apologize for a little bit delay this month because of technical difficulty I had. Usually I upload a video about the market trends, the market report, the first or the second week of the month. However, this time is the third week of the month. So by the way, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year, because the next report, it will be in January, that we're gonna do a full review of 2025. And now we review the numbers from November together, and with this information you get, you can make your informed decision about your real estate need, buy, sell, or maybe upgrade, downgrade, or just change the location or whatever it may be. So let's go through the numbers for November, and then at the end you will have my information also, and so you can contact me. We can get together and talk about your specific needs in real estate. By the way, I really appreciate if you subscribe to my channel, so you're not gonna miss another video. You can subscribe and click the bell sign so you can get the videos as soon as I upload it in the system. So without further ado, let's start considering the November data, and then based on the information I give you, then you can make your informed decision. And I really appreciate your business and referrals. Let's go through the numbers and see what was going on in November. Okay, so this is the November data, which is from Denver Metro Association of Realtors, DMAR. And as you see, the median close price dropped to $585,000. So the median house in Colorado is $585,000. This is different than average, okay? Don't make mistakes, average and median. On some slides, like for example, the close price, I use median. But for days on MLS, I use average. So I'll explain it when I talk about the days on market, okay? So it dropped, actually the median close price dropped 0.85%. So last month it was 590. I mean in October. And in November it was 585. The closed homes, like the number of closed homes, dropped also by over 23% to only 2,700 houses closed in Colorado. It means they were practically sold, not just under contract. They were sold, okay? Sales volume came down by 25% to 1.9 billion. And months of inventory, that I'm gonna show you a slide or a section of this report, particularly about the months of inventory. The months of inventory went up by 2.9% to 3.8 or 3.84 months. I'll explain it when I talk about this part. Okay, and median days in MLS went up by 9%. And active listings came down, which is, it helps the market a little bit when you have less active listing. However, this is because of the seasonal effect, because in cold season, usually people, they tend to not to list their house, or they withdraw it from the market. And so new listing came down by 41%, and pending, it means under contract, went down by 11%. Okay, so these are compared to the previous month. I'm going to show you this slide. Just focus on the upper part, okay? This upper section. If you follow my cursor on the screen, you can see which row I talk about. So active listing, it came down months over months, which compared to October came down by 15.9%, but compared to last year it was higher. So we had more active listings compared to last November. The new listings, however, came down by 41% compared to October and 4.6% compared to last November. Pending under contract came down by 11%. However, compared to last November was slightly higher, 2.4%, which is not very significant, but at least it was a little bit higher than last November. And closed, it means the sold, the deal was done, so the house was sold. It's called closed. It was down by over 23% compared to October and down by 13% compared to last November. And the median, I'm talking about this row, close price median, 585 compared to October, which was 590, and compared to last November, 580,000. So compared to October, it was down by 0.85%. However, compared to last November, it was up by 0.86%. Sales volume, as I mentioned at the beginning also, it was down to 1.9 billion compared to October, which was almost 2.6 billion. This is all Colorado, okay? And compared to November last year, it was 2.17 billion or almost 2.18. So it was down by 25% compared to October this year and down by 11% compared to last November. Days on MLS, that this is what I mentioned, that on days on MLS, days on market, I go with average because this is more accurate actually than median. For the price, median is more accurate. This is my opinion, whatever you think, but I go with average for days on MLS. So it's 58 days. This is generally in Colorado. In some neighborhoods, actually, it's more than 3 months. So just pay attention to the data. And if you want to sell your house or like you're planning to sell it in next month or so or next couple of months, please contact me and we go through your case, particularly in your neighborhood, to see what is going on in your neighborhood, okay? For all other factors, for the pricing, for days on MLS that you should expect and such, okay? So compared to last November, which was 46 days, now is 58 days and is higher by 26% compared to last November, and compared to October is by 11%. And the ratio, close price to list price ratio. I want to get your attention actually to the list price. So I'm going to explain it. The list price, whatever they make these numbers, is the last list price, not the original one, okay? So the last list price, let's say it was $500,000 and you sold it for like $475,000, for example, okay? That is the close price that you sold it for compared to the the last list price. If you originally priced your home for $525,000, for example, and then you dropped it to $500,000, but you sold it for $475,000, then you are comparing the close price to the last list price, not the original one. So I wanted to make sure you understand this part, exactly what's going on. It was 98.25% compared to October, which was 98.38%. It's down a little bit by like 0.13%. And then compared to last November, it was 98.51%. It means it was down by 0.26%. It means last November, the buyers, were willing to pay more, like closer to the last list price rather than this November, which buyers tend to offer less than last November compared to the list price, to the last list price. I hope I gave you enough information so you understand this part. All right, so let's go down, and this is active listing. So let's consider active listing. If you focus on this graph here, so this is 2025. This is like each curve is representative of 1 year. Okay, so compare to last year, still we have a lot of houses, but compared to couple months ago, which we had over 14,000 houses, active listing houses on the market, now is about, I think is 10,500, close to that. And this is like the total, and the purple one is detached, the blue one is attached, number of houses on the market. So you see the number of active listing is coming down because, as I said, this is seasonal effect, and some people, they don't wanna list their house or they withdraw it from the market in hope that next season, maybe it's in spring, they put it back on the market. However, it depends on your personal and family plans. It doesn't affect like your plan probably is not going to be affected by the season or by the market, but the season and market have a big effect in general. Okay, so we're not talking about this one. This graph is important to pay attention to. So this is median price. Okay, so I'm talking about the dark green, the bottom graph. Okay, the upper graph is average, that I'm not very interested in for pricing, but median I'm going to talk about. So this is a graph for 10 years, okay, from 2016 to now. Okay, as you see, for several years from 2016 to 22, which is the last peak, the real estate market was going up and up and up. However, from 22, it started to go sideways. It's not growing anymore. Okay, so as you see, it's a kind of stagnant market for past few years. And if you pay attention to the last curve, which is 2025, you see even we don't have that much fluctuation. It's kind of flattened, and it's flattening out compared to the other curves, the 22, 23, 24. So not a really huge changes based on the seasonal effect. So this line is 600,000, the upper line here, and then you see that the median in the hot season was about 600 or slightly more than 600 in summer, and now in winter which we're starting winter. We just started actually yesterday or today. You see that the effect of cold season is not that huge compared to summer. All right. So let's go to, okay. This one is the median days on market on MLS that you see is growing. So this is, the blue one is attached and the purple one is detached. However, in general, it was like 58 days that I mentioned at the beginning. This graph is very important to pay attention to. This is probably the most important graph in this report. This is from 2008 to now. The green graph is the active listing. The orange one is the sold one, the closed deals, the sold houses. If you compare the gap between the active listing and the closed one, the sold houses, the closed deals, you see the gap is not a big gap since like 2012 to even during COVID, which is kind of backwards. The number of sold houses were higher than the active listing because whatever was on the market from previous months and years, they were sold during COVID because many people moved from urban area to suburb, and that's caused kind of anomaly. But besides this anomaly, in general, if you pay attention to the gap between the active listing and the sold houses, you see not a big difference. However, for past few years, you see the gap is getting bigger and bigger and bigger because the number of active listings going higher and higher, and the number of sold houses going lower and lower. So even if you compare these past 3 years to the other years, besides this anomaly here, to the other years, for example, 2016, 17, 18, 19, you see the gap here is really huge. Okay. So just, I wanted just to show this gap to you. So hopefully it helps you to make your informed decision about your real estate needs. So probably it's a good news for the buyers, but not a very good news for the sellers. What will happen in next year? Who knows? We cannot predict. We only interpret what happened in the past months and years. So the prediction of economy and real estate is very, very difficult, and it's multifactorial. It's not just one or two factors that easily you can predict what happens. All right, so let's go to the market trends. On this section, the upper section, I hope you see it in the middle of your screen. The upper section, I'm gonna focus and explain it. And my focus is on MOI, months of inventory. It means the number of houses on the market. If nothing else happened, no new houses comes on the market, no new listings, this is enough for whatever months it's on this column, okay, for this category. For example, for the category of 300,000 to 500,000 for detached, the MOI is 2.96, almost 3 months, okay? And if you pay attention to the other categories also, they are generally around 3 months. What does it mean? So less than 3 months, it's a seller's market. 3 months, is a balanced market, from 3 to 6 months we move toward buyer's market. Over 6 months is generally buyer's market. And the gap bigger and bigger, so you can draw the results of that. So the more MOI, more than 6 months, for example, if it goes to 8, 9, 10, 12 months, it becomes more and more buyer's market, okay? But the more less than 3 months, it's going to be more seller's market. Between 3 to 6 is kind of balanced market. So I want to make sure you understand this column, MOI, which this part, the first part, is for detached, and the last part, this part, is for attached houses. As you see, for detached, it's kind of balanced market in many categories, except like over 1.5 million, which is 4.6 MOI, 4.6 months, and for 2 million and over is 8.2 or close to 8.3. However, for attached is a different story. For attached, you see that the market is moving from balanced market a little bit toward seller's market. It's not like really that much seller's market. However, it's moving toward it. So I hope this information helps you to make informed decision about your real estate needs, and based on your personal and family and work plan, you can plan ahead. And by the way, it takes some time actually to plan it, because when you consider like different factors, it takes maybe a few weeks to plan it ahead, at least, sometimes even more than that. So hopefully you can plan it ahead and contact me. Okay, so this was all I knew about the real estate in Colorado based on the data from DMAR, Denver Metro Association of Realtors. And this is my contact information. If you have any question, any concerns, please go ahead and contact me via email or text message or phone call. But if you cannot pick up the phone, leave a message and we will get back to you as soon as possible. So I can come and meet you at your home or anywhere else you want, in a coffee shop or something. But for your home, if you want to sell your home, I have to see it in person, and then I give you the information specifically for your neighborhood, and based on the information you will make an informed decision to put your house on the market. Or if you want to buy it, then we can go through your case and you can plan ahead to buy a house, or if you want to upgrade or downgrade or whatever. So this is my information. Please go ahead and contact me and make your real estate dream come true. Thank you so much for watching, for being with me up to this minute, and Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah, whatever you're celebrating. For the Iranian is Yalda, which was last night here or tonight in Iran, and in different countries in the Middle East, they were celebrating the winter solstice. I don't know how to say it. Okay, that was the longest night of the year, and hopefully the longest night of our life is over, and we move toward better days. Thank you so much for watching. Please go ahead, subscribe, and share this video with your family and friends. And see you in January, probably the second week of January, for the review of 2025. And the information will help you to make your decision. Have a great day. Happy New Year, and see you in January.